There are two types of racism in this country. There is an individual act of racism, and there is what we call in SNCC institutionalized racism. If white people bomb a black church and kill 5 black children, that is an act of individual racism. But now in that same city, Birmingham, Alabama, if not 5, but 500 black babies die each year because of lack of proper food, medical facilities, housing, and thousands more black people are maimed physically, educationally, intellectually, and mentally. That is an act of institutionalized racism.
They didn't discriminate against you in an illegal way. You were just scratched from the start. So it's not just that you went into the race with a disadvantage. You didn't know there was a track, right, that you were even supposed to show up to. And they didn't know to invite you. And here's the real bad thing. Jim might not be a racist in the traditional sense. Or he might not be a sexist. He might be a great guy. He might have black friends. He might have dated an Asian woman once. He might have a dream catcher in his rearview mirror. He might have gone in search of a sweat lodge. He might have done all kinds of things that mark him as something other than a bigot, and yet the reality is, even with the best of intentions, he is operating a procedure, networking, letters of recommendation, right, that has an effect that is no different than if he hung out a sign that said, no black folks need apply, at least for these half the jobs, no Latinos need apply, at least for these half, no women of any color for these half. So all of a sudden, you see, this is the kind of stuff that we actually do, and if we were trying to create inequality, it's what we would do. That doesn't mean that it was done deliberately, but it means the consequences are no different than if it were. That's what we mean by systemic or institutional racism. It's what Eduardo Bonilla Silva calls racism without racist, or colorblind racism, right? This idea that you can get systemic inequality even if there's no bigot in the room. Now, I'm not naive enough to tell you there are no bigots in the rooms, but what I'm suggesting to you is if all we're focused on are the bigots in the rooms, we miss that an awful lot of inequality is perpetuated without any such persons around, or at least without the ability to prove that that is who we have around. Here's the sick part. You can't sue the company when they don't hire you because